Would you want to live in a house where a murder had taken place? What if you bought a house and spent loads of money on it, doing it up beautifully, and then you found out that that's just what had happened years ago? How would you feel? What would you do? Does it matter? Hello, I'm Emily Tellwright from Castle Sefton Press, and today I'm talking about the real house that inspired my book Ghost Train, and a bit about the book as well. So yeah, in the book, Clyde and his wife have moved up from London. They bought a derelict property somewhere in the Midlands in a fictional region that I made up to vaguely resemble where I live. And they spend a lot of money doing it up beautifully and making it into their kind of dream home. And then Clyde finds out that years ago there were several very violent murders that took place in the house. And actually the house that inspired this is still standing. It's still derelict and you could buy it if you wanted to. It was inspired by a village in Staffordshire called Barlaston, where there used to be a college called the Wedgwood Memorial College, and there are actually two houses, I think, that made up the college, two Victorian villa type houses. And the one that I very vaguely remember from 30 odd years ago when I went on a residential course there is not the one where the murder took place. And so of course in the book it's fictionalised. There was just the one house that made up the college and it's all been fictionalised. A bit of my memories merged in there. But in real life, yes, there was a very, very violent murder, one of the most violent murders of the 1950s in Britain, that took place in the other house that then went on to become part of the college. And you could buy it, I think. It's still for sale, it's still derelict and empty. So if you wanted to, if you didn't mind, you could do what Clyde did. Buy that house and do it up, make it into a beautiful home. But would strange things start to happen to you as they did to Clyde? Would you start to get very uncomfortable? Would there be a bad atmosphere? Would you think that every odd thing that happened in the house was to do with the murders that had taken place there? Would you be comfortable? If you want to explore those ideas more, you can always read the book. There's a free chapter download available if you click through to the links, and an offer code because it's quite an autumnal mystery set at this time of year, so we're doing a bit of promotion at the moment. But yeah, have a think about that. Would you want to live in a house where a murder took place?